Now, thousands of students are attempting to sue at least 18 British universities in a group action claim over disruption caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and strikes. They say they did not receive the quality of teaching or access to facilities they paid for. Sally Patterson reports.
Tia O'Donnell chose a fine art degree at Central St Martin's in London to hone her craft. But when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, her physical classes dried up. Like students across the country, she worked on much of her course at home, alone.
It's not the same. It's not the same as a physical degree. You don't have the same experience. You don't have all of those amazing things that you wish and dreamt of when you imagine going to university. And yeah, I missed out on a lot of the practical social interactions, and it was really detrimental to my mental health, I think, as well.
Tia O'Donnell.
During her graduation, Tia staged a protest demanding a refund. Now she's working with the student group claim, which brings claimants together under a group litigation order to demand students be paid the difference in what they were promised and what was delivered. More than 50,000 students are being represented by two law firms, Harkes Parker and Asserson, on a no-win, no-fee basis.
We feel it's a fairly cut and dried case of, like anything, you buy a Rolls Royce and then you get delivered a Robin Reliant or a Renault and told, well, that's all they had in stock, so we're going to keep the difference in value between the Rolls Royce and the Renault or the Robin. You wouldn't expect that as a consumer, so we feel that the universities should simply treat their students like they're consumers, which they are in law, and just say, well, we'll pay you the difference between what you were promised and what we delivered.
Locked out of their campuses for months on end during the pandemic, many students struggled to make friends and didn't have access to universities' libraries and facilities. Lecture theatres were deserted, and claimants feel the online teaching they received wasn't up to the standards they expected. A spokesperson from University College London told me they prioritised the health and safety of the community and followed UK government guidance. They also stressed that they implemented policies to support student well-being and academic progression during the COVID-19 pandemic and worked to minimise disruption from strike action. But claimants say universities continue to make millions of pounds in profit while students were plunged into debt. Universities Minister Michelle Donnellan has encouraged students to apply for refunds if they are unsatisfied with their courses during the pandemic. Meanwhile, higher education regulator the Office for Students is working on plans that could punish universities for low quality and poor value for money. Former University College London student David Hammond says his master's degree was disappointing, isolating, and not worth the money.
I believe that there is power in people coming together in all sorts of different circumstances, but specifically here, where we as students, as individuals, wouldn't have the financial means, the money, like the university does, to engage lawyers and to actually fight for what we paid for, what we deserve. Now that we're coming together as students, we do have that power and we can stand up to the university together.
UK students are hoping to win up to £5,000 each in compensation, and international students who paid higher fees could get significantly more. They say the High Court's decision could give them the justice they believe they deserve. Sally Patterson, London.